desert sands are shifting under the blazing amber sun. A new adventure has already secretly begun. I see the shimmering of gold upon the distant ridge. Across the canyon of the past, we build a sturdy bridge.
Oltre l'orizzonte dove il cielo sposa il mare, I travel miles just to see the morning star.
The dust of yesterdays blown by the southern wind, a state of purity where the weary souls are disciplined.
The colors of the afternoon are turning into fire, lifting our intentions and our deepest soul desire. The edge of the world is just the start. Look toward the golden horizon where the limits disappear. There is no room for hesitation
or the shadow of fear.
We are chasing after visions that are painted in the sky.
Spread the wings of destiny and learn the way to fly
Toward the warmth of an unending light. The mountains bow their heads to the majesty of gold. A story of 1,000 years is waiting to be told.
I feel the rhythm of the earth beneath my leather boots, seeking the nourishment of the ancient sacred roots. I'll follow every trail that the burning embers leave, until the tapestry of wonder is the one I weave.
There's a kingdom in the distance made of light and grace,
where time is forgotten and we find our rightful place.
burning like a phoenix from the ashes of the dark. Every single movement is a vital living spark, brighter than the jewels, richer than the crown. Look toward the golden horizon where the
Limits disappear
there is no room for hesitation
or the shadow of a fear.
We are chasing after visions that are painted in the sky.
Spread the wings of destiny and learn the way to fly
Toward the warmth
of an unending light.
Run until the feet no
dusty floor. As the light of the afternoon exits through the door, I see the outlines of the memories we used to hold so tight, now blurring at the edges in the coming of the night. The shapes of our history are becoming pale and thin.
L'oscurità cammina dove una volta c'era il sole. The ghosts of our conversations and the echo of the words flying to the south
like a flock of lonely birds.
The darkness is a blanket that is covering the past, a reminder that the physical was never meant to last.
But the essence of the light remains within the inner eye, watching as the profiles of the mountains kiss the sky,
learning how to let the heavy attachments finally die.
Softer than the whisper, darker than the call. In the fading shadows we are finding what is real beyond the tangible world and the things that we can feel. The flicker of the spirit is the only thing that stays when the ego disappears in our dim and misty haze. We don't need the clarity of a bright and neon glare to know that the divinity is always standing there.
The gray is overlapping with the purple and the blue, changing all the perspectives of the things I thought I knew. The weight of the material is starting to dissolve into a simple mystery that we don't have to solve.
I am comfortable with the coming of the evening shade,
For I am not a creature
that is easily afraid.
The ghosts are just the reflections of the beauty we have known.
Seeds of the eternity that we have already sown.
I'll dance within the twilight where the borders start to bleed,
Finding all the nourishment that my hungry soul will need.
dissolving the boundaries
Between the you and me, becoming but a ripple in a dark and glass-like sea, purer than the silence, deeper than the sleep. In the fading shadows we are The curtain is descending on the stage of the long day. The colors of the afternoon are turning into gray. I look back at the journey with a peaceful, quiet mind, leaving every regret and every sorrow far behind. I am ready for the silence of the winter's heavy snow.
L'ultimo respiro come un bacio che dobbiamo dare to the universe that lent us the ability to care. The lights of the theater are fading one by one, but the work of the spirit is already completely done.
I'm at the threshold of the mysterious unknown,
reaping all the beauty of the seeds that we have sown.
the final destination that the heart has always known.
Softer than the feather,
Lighter than the air.
in the final breath we are
Returning to the source, the end of the river, and the ending of the course.
no more need for words or for the struggle of the will.
In the sanctuary of the perfectly and holy still,
A transition
of the light into a different kind of glow.
everything we've learned is everything we need to know. I feel the grip of the material beginning now to slip
As the soul prepares itself for the transcendental ship,
The anchor is lifted from the heavy sandy floor.
as we drift away toward the distant golden shore.
I am not afraid of the coming of the night,
For I am filled with the essence of a pure and holy light.
we have sung our song,
And we have lived our many lives,
but the legacy of love,
it's the only thing that survives.
the breath is just a bubble that is bursting on the sea,
Setting the identity of the person finally free.
closing the heavy book of the history we made.
Watching as the details of the ego start to fade.
Purer than the prayer,
Deeper than the sleep. In the final breath we are returning to the source, the end of the river, and the ending of the course.
no more need for words
So for the struggle of the will, in the sanctuary of the perfectly and holy still, different kind of glow. Everything we've learned is everything we need to know. Into the peace, we are home. Final breath. I see a city built of ethics and of polished stone, where the dignity of the person is the only seated throne. No one is forgotten, and no one is left behind. In the architecture of a fair and a balanced mind, I am the visionary of a world that could be real.
Un ideale di gloria che il tempo non può scalfire, where the integrity of the spirit is the only thing we admire.
The standards of the ancients and the wisdom of the sage, guiding every movement of the coming of the age. We are the knights of a virtue that is never out of style,
walking with a purpose and a humble, steady smile,
lifting up the fallen from the heavy, dusty pile.
higher than the tower,
Firmer than the base. It's a noble dream, a vision of a grander state, where the kindness of the many is the master of our fate.
built upon the pillars of the honor and the truth, combining the experience of the age and of the youth.
A legacy of goodness that will echo through the years, washing off the cynicism and the dry and bitter sneers.
I will defend the weak with the sword of my conviction, refusing the comfort of a comfortable addiction to the easy and the cheap
And the things that don't endure, keeping the intentions of my spirit absolutely pure. I am the sentinel of a better way of life,
and I will be the peace in the middle of the strife,
planting the orchards where the future can feed, eliminating the hunger and the rot of the greed. We are the builders of a cathedral of the grace, making this the home for the entire human race.
polishing the shields of the courage and the light,
Making sure the beacon is burning through the night,
brighter than the diamonds.
steadier than the stars. It's a noble dream, a vision of a grander state, where the kindness of the many is the master of our fate.
Built upon the pillars of the honor and the truth, combining the experience of the age and of the youth.
A legacy of goodness that will echo through the years, washing off the cynicism and the dry and bitter sneer.
Stand tall,
Rise up, drink from the consecrated cup of the service and the duty and the sacrifice we make for the sake of the spirit and for the future's sake. Honor, duty, nobility. For hearts to truly listen now, we lose the meaning in the shouting of the restless crowd. But here within this chamber, where the shadows dance, I find the courage to surrender to a quiet trance.
Il rumore del mondo svanisce oltre il confine,
where words are useless and the spirit starts to shine.
I breathe the stillness of the air like a healing balm,
finding the power in the center of a perfect calm.
Listen to the beating of the pulse beneath the skin,
the journey to the universe that lies deep within.
Everything is clear when the noise is gone. In the sacred silence,
we find the truth we hide.
No more secrets left to carry,
nowhere left to sigh.
A cathedral built of nothing
but the absence of a sound,
where the most profound of mysteries
are finally found, wrapped in the velvet of a wordless dream.
Beneath the frozen lake, the water remains so still,
waiting for the winter
to obey a higher will.
There is a wisdom in the pausing of the frantic grace,
a holy dignity
reflected in a quiet face.
I gather up the pieces of a fragmented, broken day,
and let the stillness wash the bitterness and dust away. It's in the pause between the notes where the music lives, in the empty cup that the fountain of the spirit gives.
Gravity is pulling us toward the center of the soul,
where the broken fragments are finally made whole,
empty and yet full,
silent and yet loud.
in the sacred silence,
we find the truth we hide.
no more secrets left to carry,
Nowhere left to sigh.
a cathedral built of nothing
But the absence of a sound,
where the most profound of mysteries
are finally found,
wrapped in the velvet of a wordless dream.
do not speak, just let the energy flow, like the falling of the soft and heavy snow. It covers the scars and mends the frayed seams,
The language of angels,
the language of dreams. Quiet,
so quiet.
feel the space
Between the heartbeats,
sacred silence, we find the truth we hide.
no more secrets left to carry,
Nowhere left to
a
sigh.
cathedral built of nothing
But the absence of a sound,
where the most profound of mysteries
are finally found, wrapped in the velvet of a wordless dream.
Hush now,
The soul is speaking in the sacred
silence.
moon becomes the conductor of a pale and silver light. I hear the violins of the wind beginning now to play in the shadows where the logic of the sun has gone away. A dark and velvet opera is unfolding in the dark.
Senti l'armonia che vola sopra il parco, the cello of the forest and the oboe of the lake, a masterpiece of melody that only dreams can make.
The stars are playing trumpets in the corners of the sky,
A cosmic arrangement
for the naked human eye.
We are the soloists in this nocturnal grand design, rising in a crescendo that is perfectly divine,
where the rhythms of the universe and human hearts entwine.
louder than the thunder,
Sharper than the spark, it's the midnight symphony, a music for the brave, rising from the silence of the cradle and the grave.
a whirlwind of the spirits in a polyphonic dance,
Lost within the beauty of a transcendental trance.
the chords of the eternal are vibrating in the air,
A glorious explosion
of a wordless soaring prayer. I find the bass and rhythm in the beating of the earth.
celebrate a mystery and a spiritual rebirth.
The brass section is roaring like the lions in the zoo,
Breaking through the stillness,
with a message bold and true.
I am the percussion in this grand and holy beat.
And I will provide the soprano,
So crystalline and sweet,
floating like a feather on the waves of the sound.
reaching for the heavens while our feet are on the ground.
Every note is a diamond, every rest is a gem, sewing all the wonders to the garment's golden hem.
Building to a climax that will shatter every glass.
Watching as the specters of the old traditions pass,
Higher than the summit,
deeper than the sea.
it's the midnight symphony, a music for the brave, rising from the silence of the cradle and the grave.
A whirlwind of the spirits in a polyphonic dance,
Lost within the beauty of a transcendental trance.
the chords of the eternal are vibrating in the air,
A glorious explosion
of a wordless soaring prayer. Play the heartstrings, strike the drums of faith, open up the heavy and the iron musical gate.
No discord can remain, no minor key can stay
In the majesty of music that will never fade away. The music, the power, midnight.
It's the midnight symphony, a music for the brave,
Rising from the silence of the cradle and the grave.
a whirlwind of the spirits in a polyphonic dance. Lost within the beauty of a transcendental trance. The chords of the eternal are vibrating in the air. A glorious explosion of a wordless soaring prayer.
Let it ring,
Until the dawn,
midnight